from Leggett. By the way, I just talked to Gary inside of the Peg House over here. I'll introduce you to Gary real quick. If you're in Leggett, you gotta stop by. Apparently they have the best hamburgers, so says Sunset Magazine. Is that right, Gary?
That's correct.
Nice chatting with you. Anyways, we stopped here because it's probably my favorite store along this little route. They have amazing coffee, even better owners. Can I help you?
Just being the hot babe in the back that gives a slight look.
All right, cool. My background extra. I started driving at 5 a.m. So I did no intro. It's because this one was sleeping. But today's mission is to go and to see some giant redwood trees. By the way, we're both having oatmeal. It's like instant oatmeal in a cup. We tried to heat up water with using the solar, but the battery was low. So that's one of the reasons we went inside the Peg House, was to get some hot water. And then we met, the owners and everything, and a hitchhiker that you didn't see before. But anyways, that's why we stopped. We should probably put those things away. Alright, so we just stopped off over at Avenue of the Giants. We're on, I don't know, I couldn't read it, FK Loop Trail. It's a little squishy down here, but this is by far one of the coolest things to see when you're driving north on the Coast Highway, and here's why. So I believe from the recent storms, a couple new trees have fallen over. From what I remember, the root system of these things is pretty shallow, even though it holds up a massive, massive tree. I mean, look at how huge this tree is. It's, I'm like 6'1", so this thing has got to be, I don't know, 4.5 feet wide. Yeah, it's a huge, and that's not even all the way down at the base. That's a huge, massive, massive tree. Here's an older tree which has fallen over a long time ago, and you can see that it's been decomposing for quite a while. It is obviously sad when these giant trees fall over, but here's the what's left of the root system at the base of the tree. This massive, massive old tree. This one is easily 12 feet wide at the very bottom. And you can tell this is just a huge, huge tree. If a giant falls in the forest and no one's around, does it make a noise? You know, when I'm at the grocery store and I forget to bring my reusable bags and the person asks me, paper or plastic, everybody knows that plastics are very, very bad, and it takes forever for them to decompose. Paper, on the other hand, does decompose, but we're getting our paper from wood currently, and obviously in order to get that, you got to chop down a tree like these beautiful trees here. Although we do not use redwood for grocery store bags. So it raises an interesting question. Is paper better than plastic if we have to chop down the trees for it? Because people against plastic bags are like, oh, plastic is so bad, we gotta use paper, and then paper, you gotta cut down the trees. So what's the solution? Well, I think more people are realizing the value of hemp as an alternative to paper, and it's easy, it's renewable, It's amazing. Canada uses a lot of hemp things up there. The original denim, Levi's, I believe, is made from hemp, as well as the original American flag and a bunch of things back in the day, because it's just such a hardy, fibrous material. Although I could be wrong about some of those things. But, you know, it's like, it's kind of a double-edged sword. If you take the plastic to save the tree, you're doing an injustice or disservice, because you're consuming something that will never break down. If you choose the paper, you get what I'm saying. So we all need to be conscious of this, and we all need to ask and demand for better alternatives to paper or plastic. We really need to start getting lots of our materials from reusable, renewable sources like hemp and other, things like that, which require less pesticides, which require less chemicals and bleaches to process it. Cotton is a natural product, however, lots of chemicals go into it. I'm wearing cotton now. Don't mean to be a hypocrite, but we all have this stuff. So just something to think about and be aware of next time, you're at the store, because we don't want places like this to completely disappear from this planet. What you guys didn't see, let me zoom out. There we go. What you guys didn't see, we set the timer for 10 seconds. I had to run from here all the way up there, up the bus next to Tsunami to take the photo. This camera doesn't have anything longer than a 10-second timer. Why on earth is that the case? Anyways, continuing north. We stopped at the Trees of Mystery, basically because we can take a gondola all the way to the top and you have this like killer view. There's a big Paul Bunyan right there if you guys have driven by. Is it worth the $16 a piece? I don't know, but it is cheaper than Mammoth Mountain. So we're just gonna do a quick photo in front of the Octopus Tree. For some reason, Tsunami doesn't trust me.
Well, you're acting like you're gonna do something.
No.
No. Tell me why.
Just. I'm sorry, I have the giggles. There's no reason.
You're lying.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
What is so funny?
I just wanted to take a picture within the Octopus Tree, for God's sakes.
There's something funny about this. Tell me what it is.
Here we go.
Show me.
Just as I thought. Oh, that was good. That was a good one. That was a good one. She's gonna kill me. Holy pine cones, Batman. That is one big ass tree.
I'll hug that tree.
Huh? You wanna hug that one?
No, I don't want you to take my photo. I'll take my
We are now at the top of the gondola. There is an observation deck up here, which you can look out over this cool valley. Oh my gosh, it's the osprey,
Oh my
the
God,
sucker-eating
I
osprey.
think I just caught a raindrop right in the middle of that.
Alright, let's see.
But right on screen though. No, can't be recreated.
Hit me in the forehead.
That's right. Don't tilt your head up.
Huh?
Stick it out.
It's raining if you haven't noticed.
Your tongue is short and stubby.
That right there in the center of the screen is some old growth forest, along with that stuff beyond right there in the middle. And this is a young sapling to our left.
Thank you for also taking it out of the thing.
Go ahead, laugh, you know you want to.
You're not my life.
Thank you, I'll be here all evening, accepting tips.
Just the tip.
We came, we saw, we Paul Bunyaned. Now, it's time to head north. What are you doing back there?
Whatever I want.
Welcome to Oregon. It's exactly what I expected. Cold, windy, and rainy. And I must say, I'd prefer it no other way. It's quite nice up here in the Pacific Northwest. It's so rugged and raw and just nice and beautiful and fresh. Everything's nice and clean smelling. Anyways, we are in southern Oregon. Slightly north of Brookings, Oregon, if anyone knows where that is. We're gonna head a bit more north towards, I think, Gold Beach and look for a place for some clam chowder. So definitely looking forward to that. Elk, look!
That's right.
I know, I'm sorry. I honked at the elk and the elk. Oh, hey, there's a cow! Note to self, do not honk at the elk.